This 2014 Games coverage is brought to you by Fringe Sport.
I'm Juan from Fox Sports Latin America. This is for Rich running. You have won the competition for a fourth time in a row. What's the difference between this victory, and the three others before?
Oh man, it gets harder and harder every year. It's a fight. The workouts get worse and worse thanks to this guy. It's been an up and down. It's been a battle this weekend. Got off to a good start, better start than usual. A little rocky through the middle, and finished on a high note. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun this year.
Okay, Jorge Cadena, RX Magazine Latin America. Matthew, first year for you, you got second. Rich year, first year, got second. Do you see yourself as the next Rich Funny?
I mean, I'm going to come back next year. I'm going to keep working my weaknesses, and I mean, who knows what next year will bring? Who knows if I'll be healthy next year, or what will happen? I'm going to try to be the next Rich Froning.
Like that.
Yes.
Megan from the Irish Review, and this is for Rich. We're just wondering, can you give a definitive answer on whether or not you're going to go team next year?
I'm going to try to go team next year. I have to qualify first, so that's the plan right now.
Tonight, Box Life Magazine. Jason, you said you might be retired after this year. Is that aligned with Rich that you're retired to a team, or you're retired to retire?
Yeah, I'll do some sort of team, or CrossFit has this new team competition that's coming up in the off season, which is something I'm really excited about, and hopefully Dave will release more information on that. But that's really what I want to pursue. I feel like as far as an individual, this was my 7th year, and I'm honored to be where I'm at right now. And perhaps it's time for me to switch gears, as Rich would say, not retire, but switch gears and do the team thing. And I think guys like him and I might be able to make some sort of team. It'll be fun.
You mean the team together?
We'll see.
I'm not leaving Tennessee. I did buy some land though, Jason. Still some real cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, RX Magazine Latin America. First of all, thank you, Rich. You made me won a huge bet. And second, this was your hardest year from past years. I mean, difference was few points. All Latin America asked about how did you felt on that 333 event. They were all like shocked about you walking and everything. What was going through your mind after that event?
Don't die. No, I was going through the middle of it. I don't know if I got a little dehydrated or something. The row didn't feel good to start out with, and usually I like to row. And it was just I took off on that first run and started getting a little dizzy, and it was damage control at that point. It was either pass out or walk, so I took the walk and walked a little bit. But it's just demoralizing watching people pass you, and every spot is points, and it was a very frustrating thing to be a part of because there's nothing I could do. I'm trying. I've ran more this year. I've swam more this year than I have in years past. I don't know if it was the heat or what it was, but it was a tough event, very tough event, and just got to bounce back from it, and luckily I did.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll take half that.
I'm going to be bald.
Yeah.
I'm going to be bald.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, that.
You won't.
This is kind of for Dave as well as the guys. With the switch to team, how important is growing the team competition and the stature of that for the future of CrossFit as a spectator sport, kind of expanding it to beyond niche sport, growing into a wider audience?
The team aspect of it has always been a staple of our events because it helps promote the community and teamwork and things that are all good in CrossFit and for our program. And it hasn't quite caught on. It was close to, caught on in the sense of ESPN wants to see these guys, ESPN wants to see the girls. They don't want to see the team competition yet, or for example, and no one's talking about leading up as much in the past few years about the team competition. It kind of went there a little when Tommy Hackenbrook and his team was doing it for the previous 2 years. And when Miranda and Pat Barber, frankly, when they were on CrossFit NorCal, gave a lot of attention to the team competition. Now that we have established stars like these guys, once they start going to team, it's going to draw a lot more eyeballs to the teams. And you're going to have these great teams with these great stars, and people will be more interested than ever in looking at the teams and seeing what's going on there because of these characters, because they're the most dominant athletes in our sport at this time.
If I could follow up, Rich and Jason, is that part of your decision making as well when you're considering switching the team that it would be just good for CrossFit to have guys like yourselves in that?
Yeah, for sure, that's part of it. We want to promote, I speak for myself, I would like to promote the team aspect of it, the camaraderie, but I grew up a team sport guy, played baseball. There's a lot of individual aspects of baseball, but still being a part of a team and just that it's just fun, having, it's a little bit more stressful sometimes. It's a different stress, it's frustrating, but it's still part of it. But I'm looking forward to being back on a team, and then you can blame somebody else instead of yourself. 37th place finish, right?
Yeah, just to second that, I think my first, I hadn't competed on a team for a long time. Last time I was playing football, and then I got on Team USA 2 years ago, and we won in London. And it was right then, that I was like, man, this was the greatest feeling I've ever had. Because instead of winning or being on the top 3, and this is an amazing feeling for me, but the other people around me, I can't really share with anybody because they don't know how I'm feeling. They're not part of what I'm doing. Yeah, my wife, my kids, everybody's the family, they're all excited for me, but they don't truly know what all went into it. Whereas when we were on a team, it's like we celebrated hard because we did it together. And I think that's something that I'm missing for me. And I'm excited to get on a team with like-minded individuals and perform well. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm looking to create a team for the CrossFit Games. NorCal CrossFit took 5th this year, and they could still do that next year. Maybe for me, I'm on a different type of team on the off season. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'm an individual.
Araisa Viola from Men's Health Latin America, from Rich Froning. What does it take to keep so many years being the fittest man on earth?
Good people behind you. It's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work. There's no secret to it. It's doing CrossFit, and it's sacrificing things that normally sane people wouldn't sacrifice. It's having a great support group that will let you sacrifice those things and not hold it against you too much.
That's exciting. Always self-promoting, can't resist.
So, it's just great people behind me. I can't thank people enough, and a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice.
Megan from the Irish Review again. This is Fuma. Coming in here this weekend, Fuma, coming in here this weekend, not a lot of people knew who you were. Did you feel like you had something to prove?
Not that I had to prove anything to anyone. I wanted to. Just like any other competitor, you want to do as well as you can and show everyone that you're capable. I feel I did that for the most part. There's 1 or 2 events that if I could redo it, I would do it a little differently, but past the past, and you just have to move on to the next event. And I think I showed that I belong in the CrossFit world.
Just a little bit.
Eric's magazine. Dave, as the test has evolved, did the rookies this year surprise you more than past years?
Does the what surprise you more?
The rookies.
Not this rookie, because I followed him closely, and I knew he'd do well. Noah, as a rookie, surprised me. I didn't think he'd do that well, but he kind of slipped toward the end. But I knew he would do really well, following through the Open and the regionals. Then the rest of the rookies I didn't really pay too much attention to. I don't think of it that way much as rookies and vets. Really, there's only, in my eyes, in my estimation, from being around the sport for so long, 4 or 5 people who can be up here, even of the 43 at the games, and there's, I think 30 of them have, I don't want to say no place, but they're not on the same level. And then there's a small group that can contend to win. And Matt, from watching him and watching what he's capable of, his work capacity, I knew he had potential to be one of those, and he showed it this weekend. These guys here, these guys are at another level, and there's only a few that are at that level, even at this stage.
So, 4th win in a row. Do you still feel that you missed something in your skills or in your preparation?
Obviously running. The heat, I don't know what it was. Like I said, there's always something to improve on. That's part of being an athlete. Part of being competitive is, even though I'm not competing as an individual, I will start working on more running. I'll stay in the pool. I enjoy that. Keep doing CrossFit. It's I'll be doing it for the rest of my life.
Mike from Sports Illustrated. A lot of our readers aren't going to be particularly familiar with CrossFit as a sport. We're a lot of mainstream stuff. So, I mean, as briefly as anybody who wants to take this, what can I put in my article to say why people should start watching CrossFit? Watch. Or, yeah.
Do.
Try it. Try CrossFit. Go to an affiliate. Go to a level 1. That's going to be your best way to, once you get the bug, it's going to be easy to watch because you understand what we're going through. Everybody can do the same thing we do. It may be scaled or whatever, but you can actually do the same events we did and know how that feels. You can't strap on a football helmet and pads and compare, catching a pass against Calvin Johnson, but you can actually do what we do and see what your time is. So I think that's what makes it so cool and such so spectator friendly. People know what we're going through. They know the misery and like I said, it's cool.
Yeah, and CrossFit CrossFit's not the CrossFit Games, right? CrossFit Games is one expression of what CrossFit is. That'd be like saying football is just the Super Bowl, right? Football is, the pickup games, the Pop Warner. And so I think what your article needs to explain is that don't get wrapped up in the games, get wrapped up in trying to, do constantly very functional movements at high intensity, and then over time, you'll start understanding more about CrossFit, and then hopefully get here. But people who read your article, if they start CrossFit, they're gonna get in the best shape of their life, period. There's no better program on the planet.
Agreed.
Kerry from Sun Media in Canada. The question's for Rich. Can you just talk a little bit about your psychological approach? Because, obviously this year, everybody's been, you're the man and they're trying to knock you off the hill. How tough was that and how did you approach it?
Yeah, it's always tough. I talk a lot about my faith, and that's the day-to-day makes me do why I do what I do. Yeah, whatever. That's why I do it. I'm just competitive by nature. Grew up competitive. It's not that I like winning as much as I hate losing, I think. And I'm a sore loser in anything. And none of that outside pressure from anybody else had really anything to do with anything in my head. It was, so I put more pressure on myself than anybody could ever put on me. So it hasn't really changed, to be honest. It's just, there's always pressure. Always pressure, always the same pressure, but it's internal pressure.
And can you just expand on why leave now?
why leave now? I have a beautiful baby daughter now, and I need to switch gears a little bit. It'll be a good day.
How much do you work out now?
A lot. I don't really know if I can put a number on it. It's my full-time job. Anywhere from last couple months, 10 a.m. till 7, 8 at night, I'm doing something every couple hours. So a lot of sacrifice.
What about you guys? How much do you work out? Usually an hour or two a day. Hour or two? Yeah, I work I work a full-time job, so I'm at work 9 hours a day, an hour commute each way, and then I fit in training after that.
Wow.
Jason,
I'm in between them. So because I have a family, because I have a job, I get an hour in the morning, an hour and a half or 2 in the afternoon, and another hour at night. I spend most of my time training in the garage. It's very simple. I'm like, hey, Asha, that's my wife's name. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the garage. She's like, all right. So I'll go in there, hit it real hard. I'll start a timer. Boom, I'm in there, in and out in less than an hour. Something that people need to get wrapped around the wheel about too much is how much time you spend training. It doesn't matter how much time you spend training, it's how hard you train. Quality of training, right? You're sitting here next to the second fittest man on the planet, he's telling you he trains an hour or 2 a day. It's because he goes in there with a purpose, he goes in there with something to attack it, and he doesn't just dilly-dally. I can stay in the gym for all day, and I won't get shit done if I'm just walking around. But if I go in there and I really attack it, that's the goal. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say shit.
Half a beer, oh my god.
I've been following Rich for the past 3 years. He does like about 6 to 8 workouts differently, he
Not really workouts, exercises, movements, you can't really, it just kind of depends on the day. Sessions, 2 or 3 sessions, just a lot of stuff in those sessions. I like to work out.
Matthew, we know about your back injury. Does this affect you when you thought to change CrossFit, and how did CrossFit help you to, I don't know, rehabilitate or make your back stronger?
Yeah, so since I started CrossFit, my back pain is pretty much non-existent. The only time it flares up is if I sleep incorrect, like in a funny position. Even coming from a weightlifting background, I've hit my PR snatch and I have PR'd my clean since starting CrossFit. I'm down 15 pounds. So it just built up. I got stronger from doing CrossFit than I did from weightlifting, and no back pain.
So you were a weightlifter, and as a CrossFitter, you PR'd your snatch.
So during weightlifting, my PR snatch in training was 300. I've hit that multiple times since doing CrossFit.
I don't think you can say that. The weightlifting community might hate on you now.
They might
say you're lying. Yeah, they're gonna go crazy. That can't be true.
You're gonna get trained.
Yeah, and then I cleaned 375 a little while ago, but no belt, no knee wraps. I was in my nanos, so that was a little surprising.
This one is for the 3 of you. How do you do to manage your energy and to keep mentally strong in all these days of tough competition?
Stay mentally strong just through this weekend?
Yeah, and to manage the energy.
The support that carries me through training. They're there for me. If I have a bad workout, they tell me keep my chin up and stay strong. Just give me a pat on the back when I need it, and kicking the ass when I need it too.
Just try to have fun, and then, how can you not get fired up when everybody's screaming for you? It's pretty easy.
Matt, when did you start CrossFit?
About a year and a half ago.
Jason, as Norcal has grown as a brand, with NCLab, with NorCal as a team, with you as an individual, and with these plans of switching gears and trying new teams. You said you didn't have any hands in the team as NorCal. Do you want to try that in the future?
Well, yeah, I mean, perhaps in the future, but as of right now, my sights are set on the off-season CrossFit Games team event. That's the first thing I'm looking for, and hopefully if there's a Team USA, I'm going for that. After that, I'll reassess and we'll go from there. Will I be on NorCal CrossFit's team next year at the Games? Maybe. Why not? Maybe. I'm not quite sure. But that's a fine line. You know, we sent the team here. They did really well. They took fifth. I'm honored about it. But as the owner of NorCal CrossFit, I want to try and keep some separation between myself and the team in a weird way. I got to figure out what the right way is to do that. And that's something I'm going to need to work on. So, will I be there? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not quite sure.
Rich, do you have any sense of how you're going to feel 12 months from now when there's some other guy standing on top of the podium?
No. We'll see.
There's some new people asking questions. Anyone else from this side? Roy?
Well, one thing I'm wondering about, big gap between first place and second place in terms of prize money. I mean, you think it actually dissuades people from becoming a CrossFit pro athlete because, you know, they don't win, they don't make that much.
Like, none of these guys, no one's doing it for the money. The money's just a really cool perk.
Yeah.
But like, there's no one who's going, man, I'm sitting back here right now and I could join that and crush it and win. And I can win 200. Like, there's no fit guy out there who's not doing it because of the money.
Yeah.
You know,
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, I truly believe that.
In a sport that makes you money.
Look, you know what? We're 8 years into this, and that's really young. I'd love to take a look at like the NFL, the NBA, some of those organizations, and see how much those players. I mean, he's making more. Honestly, he's making with some of his contract. He's making as much as NFL players for sure, and that's from winnings and some of his sponsorships. And you know, we're only 8 years in, and that's something to be proud of. Not everyone is. I do believe 10, 12, 14, 15 years, there'll be a lot more people who are full-time, but I really respect this notion and understand that we're still in this early stage. We've got a lot of growth, we've got a lot of time to get there. And people with those questions about like, hey, you know, the pro athletes and like how come there's not more money for all the guys yet, it's just like, just chill out and relax. And I think that's what's given us an advantage, is we have been patient, we haven't tried to force anything. And it will be there. Maybe not next year, maybe 3 or 4 years.
And our sport's a little unique, by the way. If you try and come in here and attack it looking for the money, I firmly believe you will fail. You know, in NFL and basketball, there's a certain amount of like just natural ability that they have, combined with hard work, for sure, that's allowed them to excel. In CrossFit, fundamentally, it's how hard are you going to work? And you don't work that hard chasing down money. You need to chase something else, something that drives you to get there. And in my opinion.
Can I ask you a question for you?
Yes, Roy.
You know,
we go way back, by the way.
Yeah, we go back.
We go
you
back.
You want to tell them how we go back.
Yeah, I know. We go back.
But I know a lot about CrossFit.
Yes, you do.
And I've covered a lot of sports kind of in their infancy that grow, right? And it's really important to have a big superstar. It gets a lot of attention, especially from us guys in the media. You know, we like guys like you, 4-time champion. That actually makes more of a story. So does that kind of bum you out that he's not going to do it next year?
Yeah.
It's a nice look
yes.
for us.
Yes, I'd be lying if I didn't say it didn't bum me out, but because he's also such a close friend and someone that I respect, I understand why he's doing it, I respect that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try to say, hey, we really need you or anything like that. I believe there's plenty of stars coming up and plenty of other people to take his role. And you know, truthfully, he creates a better storyline now. Rich Froning's gone, who's going to take the podium? Who's going to fight for it? So there's always a good storyline. It is going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. It's going to be sad to lose him to the team. But I'm also not too worried about it. He'll still be around. He'll still be competitive. He'll still be part of it. He'll still be a dominant figure in our sport. Anyone else from this side? I'm waiting for Camille. I want to get the girls up here. But before she's not here. Why don't you, Julie and Andy, why don't you guys just come up anyways? And they just had to do their drug test, so they're still in the back. We'll just start with that. Yeah, do you guys have any more questions for these guys? Nope. I'd like to send them off so they can get some rest.
My question is, as a woman, obviously it's super intimidating to get into a sport like this. You think about starting when it comes to lifting weights. What kind of advice would you have to a woman who really does want to get fit, but she's just so intimidated of so many of the aspects that go hand in hand with CrossFit?
I would say the first step is obviously just going to the gym and taking it slowly. 2009, when I qualified for the games, I had no background in lifting barbells or free weights. I got an Olympic weightlifting coach to just try to help me out, and I was lifting like 95 pounds, dropping the bar, screaming because it was falling to the ground, or if I could drop it, I was making noise and all that stuff. Like, you just go through these periods because we're not really, at least in Iceland, it's not really, people aren't really doing that just growing up. So it is a little bit intimidating in the beginning, but you learn not to be afraid of it. It's just weights that you're moving around, and it's gonna make your day-to-day, just what you do in your normal life. It's gonna make everything a little bit easier because you get stronger and you get a really good body awareness from doing that. So yeah, mine would just say, go to a gym, and that's the hardest step, to show up for the first class, and I promise it's going to be easier than you think.
And once you walk into an affiliate, you'll see that there's a whole range of different people. You'll see there's people there just like you, there's people there who've been there for 5 years, people there who have just started exercising for the first time and they're maybe 50 years old. And so I think once you walk into an affiliate and you see that, you realize, okay, I can fit in here. And it becomes a lot less intimidating.
I just asked this like a little earlier to the girls in Invictus. You were featured at Vogue as a new role model of beauty in girls and women around the world. What message can you say to all the girls out there that admire you but still say, I don't want to look like you? Like, I face this every day because I'm a coach there, and all the girls say the same thing, like, I don't want to get big, I don't want to get bulky, I don't want to lift a lot of weight, but they still say, like, I admire her, I adore her, but stuff like that. What would you say to them? And also to Julie?
You don't need to be afraid of waking up one day and all of a sudden you're extremely strong. Just say it. It takes a lot of hard work. Yeah, you're going to see it gradually coming, and I train a lot to get to where I am, and that's definitely nothing to be afraid of. There's a lot of, look at some of the Olympic weightlifters that are out there that are, you don't really see that much muscle on them. They're just strong and explosive. Like some of the girls that are competing at the games, it's not like we're all big. We look maybe a little bit bigger on TV, especially because we're really training and our muscles are pretty pumped at that moment. Most people that I meet say that I'm a lot smaller than they expected. I decide to take that as a compliment. But yeah, that's, I would say there's nothing to be afraid of, and it's not going to happen all of a sudden. You're going to feel it gradually, and it's going to take a lot of dedication and devotion to be able to get a lot of muscle.
Yeah, I'll just add to that really quickly. I always tell people your body type is your body type no matter what, and so Like, for example, I weigh the same that I did in high school, and I was not that strong. I never lifted weights or anything. So your body type is going to be your body type no matter what you do, but you're going to be a lot fitter and a lot healthier. So.
Thank you.
Another thing about the Vogue thing, I think it was amazing when I got the message from them that they wanted to feature me in Vogue, because I felt like I would be able to get the message out to more women that it's not dangerous or it's not bad to go to a gym and do it naturally, get fit and healthy instead of only that skinny role model of starving themselves, but do it the healthy way. That was something that I was really proud to be able to be a part of.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Thanks.
Wilhelm, Icelandic National Broadcasting Services. My question is obviously for Annie. Coming back after winning the championship 2 years and taking the last year off, how's the experience this year been different?
To be honest, it was really, really hard for me last year not to be able to participate due to my back injury, and I hadn't had the perfect preparation or the preparation that I wanted to have for the games, but my body is feeling the best this weekend that it has been feeling for the past 2 years. So I'm really happy with the weekend and everything, because I feel good. I feel extremely good, which just makes me excited about training for the next weeks, because I finally feel like I can actually go to a gym and do everything that I want to do, and that makes me really excited. I went into this weekend with wanting to make sure that I would perform the best that I could possibly perform without thinking about everyone else, and also making sure that I would enjoy it, not think about pressure from other people or what people were expecting, but I realized last year how much this means to me, and I wanted to make sure that I would enjoy every minute of it, and I did. This was by far the best year.
I have a follow-up question. I know that Camille's here. When we were talking to the guys earlier, both Rich and Jason said they were thinking about joining teams next year. Do you guys have any such thoughts so far?
I'm going to go individual again.
To us as well?
Yeah, all three.
I haven't even thought about it so far. I'm just so happy to be back, and I don't feel like I want to go team yet. I still feel like I have a lot to go.
Yes, I'm also doing individual.
Thanks.
I'm Juan from Fox Sports Latin America, and for the three of you, what do you think CrossFit is so attractive to women?
Because it makes you look good and feel good about yourself. Like for me, since I started CrossFit, I've never felt that confident and either as proud of myself than I ever did before. It's this constant challenge that just bring you to passing your next limit, and it just make you feel so proud of yourself and be a strong woman. It's awesome. That's why.
I agree with Cami. Obviously, for women that want to get strong and healthy, then CrossFit is a good way to go. I would also say for me, it's always bothered me a little bit in like some sports that male and women can never really go against each other. And I quite enjoy being at the gym and competing against some of the guys at the gym and having them pushing me forward. And like with the way that they scale things for men, women, weights and everything, it's kind of the perfect scaling because our times are usually very similar. And I really enjoy that aspect of it as well, that I can, like me and my boyfriend train together pretty much every day, and we get very competitive. And I think that's great. Like I don't only need to train with the girls, I can have the guys push me as well.
don't train with my husband. Trying to save my marriage.
You run a lot. You run
Yeah, we do. I run with Dave. We're like one thing that we do together. And then I yell at him sometimes because he tried to pass me.
Not just your physical and athletic competence, but also that you're in school and you're a physician and she's in school. Can you talk about like what you're studying and just, it blows my mind that not only are you awesome CrossFitters, but like your education and your schooling is also mind-blowing to a lot of people once they find out, because that's not at the forefront at CrossFit events.
So I'm finishing my degree right now in chemical engineering, and I have a summer semester right now, so I'm currently taking 5 classes, and then next week I have my finals. Let's hope I can do good at that one too.
So I'm just finished my 3rd year of medical school, but luckily have been able to do a lot more CrossFit training this year because I'm doing research this year and next year. And my program has been really flexible to allow me to do that. Obviously it was too much for me to compete last year, and that's why I took the year off. So I'm glad to be back. I'm not a full-time student. I'm taking biochemistry classes in the university in Iceland, but that's more just to be doing something until I find out what I want to do. I'm a CrossFit Box owner in Iceland, and soon to be partial CrossFit Box owner in New York, Union Square as well. CrossFit is pretty much taking over my life. But yeah, I'm figuring out what I want to do right now. At the moment, I've been increasing the classes that I take in. Also, like sports psychiatry. Is that this word right? Sure. Psychology. Yes. Yeah, doing that in Iceland, a few classes as well. That's something that really intrigues me, but otherwise my dream is to become a doctor.
I promise it's the last one today.
But he's first. Let him go first. You've asked the question.
Camilo, I have another one for you. As far as you said in the stadium that you know, the key to winning was to, you know, you kick butt in the gym. Can you just expand on that a little bit more?
Well, I literally meant that. No, I'm just kidding. I just think that we all have this extremely big passion inside us to just always become better. And for me, it goes in the gym, in my personal life, with people around me, always being a better person, being better at school, being a better friend, etc. And I think doing that without any limitation, I think that's really the key, where every time I go train, I do train as hard as I can with just the goal of becoming better. Like, I'm obviously not doing the CrossFit game in my garage every day, because that would be way too much and really bad idea, because I would be wrecked all year. But every time I train, I try to train smart, try to see like the way I do it, and not just do a workout, but always do a workout with your brain and evaluate what you did, attack your weakness, and just get better.
And then just for all three of you, you know, you touched on that you're all going to school. So how much time do you put into CrossFit, like per week?
Well, when I'm in school, the volume goes down, and I pretty much don't have a life. So I'll wake up, go to my class, go train, go to my class, go train, go to my class, go to bed. And all my class I'm stinky and I have chalk. That's pretty much what's happening. I'm really sorry for all the people that come in class with me. But I'll have maybe like, when I'm at school, like 2 to 4 hours a day. I'll try to get that. If I have too much schoolwork, it won't be that much. But then I'll try to do more in the weekend. But that's during like game season. Like game season, I can train up to 6 hours a day when I feel good. And if I feel tired, I'll rest.
For me, I try to train twice a day, and each session is like 2 to 3 hours, depending on how fast I'm
with my warm-up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just usually go in the morning, and then I go again as soon as I have time to go again. I try to go as early as possible to have I really like having my evenings off, but yeah, sometimes that doesn't work. You just make sure that you get the work in that you need to get in. Yeah, so I would say usually 4 to 6 hours a day that I train, and then I take 1 active recovery day a week and 1 complete rest day a week.
Pretty similar for me. Most of the year, probably between 2 to 4 hours I'm in the gym a day, and then during the game season it can be, again, up to maybe 6 or 7. And I've also this year put more emphasis on making sure I spend the time warming up and cooling down, so that obviously takes a lot of time. And I also take 2 active recovery days every week also.
Okay. Well, Camille already answered the question I was going to make, so I'm going to make a funnier one or a less one. First, Annie and Julie, you came back from a tough year, an injury, med school. What you girls did to be here right now, and for Camille, it's been 5 long years till you get here. How are you going to celebrate this?
I'm really tired. You know, my family know how I compete, and when I compete, I don't talk that much to my family because there's too much love in our family. So they get too emotional, and it affects me. So it's kind of hard because I can't talk to them. So I'm truly just excited to go, just hug all my family and friends, and I kind of owe to my husband to make this dinner more about him than me, because he was definitely my rock this whole week. He's the one that's been treating me like a princess, and I've been yelling at him for doing it. So I don't know. I might have 1 or 2 drinks, and then everyone is going to be pissed because I'll fall asleep, and that'll be it.
So the question for us was also how we're going to celebrate it.
Yeah.
My tradition is to go to the Cheesecake Factory, but I'm having a nice line, and I go and get myself with a good chocolate cake as an appetizer. Then I take my meal, and then I have another cake as a dessert.
I go with pizza and mac and cheese, and maybe cheesecake too, and maybe ice cream, and maybe some other stuff in the middle.
Yeah, pretty much during the games, you don't really have time to eat a lot. I get nervous, so I don't really eat a lot either because of that. And then in between the events, it's just hard to find time to eat. So I'm pretty damn hungry right now. And then I'm just excited to spend some time with my boyfriend, my coach, and my parents that always come and watch me. And I can never, it's probably the same as with you, I can never even talk to my mom during the games because she's so stressed out that it's like we would just make each other go crazy. So yeah, I'm excited to go out with them.
Same here. Just excited to spend time with my family and friends who are out here and eat some good food, and yeah, I'll definitely have dessert, and I'll probably fall asleep after making 1 drink. So yeah.
Couple more questions.
Past year and a half has probably been the hardest time for me. I hurt my back and immediately thought I would never walk again. After that, it was I'm never going to compete again. And now I'm here. And I had numbness on my leg for half a year, didn't lift the weight for a year, and people kept on telling me that I could do it, and it was really hard for me to believe that myself, but I took 1 day at a time, and I put my goal on getting back here again, and that's exactly what I did, so I'm just really happy.
I would say it's important to have the right people around you. And what I've learned is if you want something enough and if you believe in yourself, you can do it.
Now the women who from the regionals on up, who competed in CrossFit versus the guys, what is it? Like,
the
because
amount
from
of
the beginning when I was learning about CrossFit and met you guys, I was really struck by how women and men were equal. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, sheer numbers, like even in all the affiliate world with the 12,000, whatever it's up to now.
10.
How many? How does it break down? Do you have any idea, like how many women are into this versus men?
Well, at the affiliate level, our best guesstimate is 60% of affiliates, or sorry, not 60%, but in an affiliate, 60% of the clients or more for most are women.
Really?
And that's our best observation. Yes.
Wow.
At your affiliate, what is it?
My affiliate, I would say 60, yeah, probably 60% female.
Wow.
Julie, at your affiliate?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have no
Okay.
idea.
Yeah. She just trains at the affiliate.
Yeah.
It's not, and Cammy, at your family's affiliate.
We have more women. We're maybe more around 70.
Yeah, so typically at affiliates, it's pretty high on what the ratio is, and that's just, you know, it's a lot of soccer moms, it's a lot of family members.
And then how's the breakdown of the competition?
Yeah, we have that. In the competition, what are the numbers? What are the numbers for how many people enter the Open? How many people that enter the Open? At the regional level and at the games, it's the same amount. We take the same amount of people. But at the Open level, it's slightly more males than females. And I don't know the number. And we had 217,000 people, 210,000 people registered for the Open this year. More than half were males, less than half were females. But at the qualifying levels, that's where, you know, it's the same number.
So ladies, why do you think the appeal of CrossFit to women is so strong?
Well, it's really hard. I don't know, for me, like I said, it was being able to be kind of independent. You get stronger and you get more independent in a way that you can carry your stuff yourself. You can travel yourself. You can pick up your luggage and put it in the overhead bin yourself. Like, you get more fit, you get more confidence, and for many women, it's that they just need the confidence, and getting fitter and stronger gets you that. Yeah, I think women in general are maybe not as competitive as male, and that's maybe why there's not as many people that sign up for that. I think it's more just about health and fitness for women.
I think all women always been, you know, training earlier in their life to be like pretty much skinny, right? We all did those long run and go back home and keep doing your crunch. I'm gonna get my abs this summer. I'm gonna get my abs this summer. Then all of a sudden you see the sucker mom, and truly the goal is what we all want a good look naked, right? Then you see those sucker mom who come by you and they just start doing CrossFit, and you're like, what the heck? And then she just looked freaking amazing, like amazing. She's confident, she's strong, she walks straight up, and you're like, I want to be that. And then you start CrossFit. And then the other sucker mom saw the two first sucker mom who were there, and then they're like, hey, what's that Kool-Aid that you just drank? And then boom! And then the whole team is in the gym, and then the team that you're going against are jealous of your mom's team, so they all start going, and that's it. All the girls are there now. That's it. And then it's fun because you have this whole group of women that are all the same age. There's every age. So you go out there, you have, I don't know, everyone is cheering you on when you train, you're high-fiving, and you go back home and your husband loves it and everyone's happy.